Good morning. It's another Saturday morning, and I want to continue on our series on the signs of the times and what's going on in this world and just how close we are to our rapture or to Jesus returning to gather the saints. And behind me there is a soccer field with a bunch of young kids out there playing a soccer game this morning. And when I ride by, I think about, what is this world going to be like for them if it continues? This afternoon, or this evening sometime, the president's supposed to announce his nominee for the Supreme Court. And Amy Coney Barrett is the leader in that. And as I have listened this week, I have been amazed at the number of people that have attacked her. What are they attacking her for? It's not her positions. It's not her legal writings. They're attacking her because she is a devout Catholic, because she is faithful and she puts her faith before anything else. Can you imagine 10, 15, 20 years ago that a nominee to the Supreme Court would be attacked for their faith? Last week I read to you the verse that Jesus said in the end times, they will revile you. They will hate you. They will think they are doing a service by getting rid of Christians and by attacking them. We talked a little on the global and the national scale last week. I want to bring it a little more home this week. A lot of you know I grew up in Mississippi, deep in the Bible Belt. And everyone I knew had some type of faith. Everybody went to a church. God and our faith was important in our life. But let me read you some headlines from this week, or actually the last couple of weeks. So this is current news. This is not something that I'm pulling from years ago. Nevada allows large crowds in casinos, but not churches. In Nevada, it's okay to have a large group inside a casino, but it's not permissible to have a large crowd inside a church. Another one. Chicago threatens to bulldoze churches, lawyer says. Because churches are meeting for worship, the city council and city leaders have passed a law proclaiming the churches as public nuisances. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot on the top, but because they have declared them public nuisances, they can not only go in and shut them down, they can actually bulldoze the places where those faithful people are meeting. It's a way to get rid of the churches. Another one, Christians arrested while singing hymns in Idaho. About 200 people showed up outside a church, and the fire officials cited them for being in violation for the masking and social distancing order. This was in a little town called Moscow, Idaho. Not Moscow, Russia. This was in Moscow, Idaho. Another one, school rips verses from day planners donated by church. A church, I think it was Sulphur Springs Baptist Church, spent more than $2,000 to have planners printed up for the students in middle schools. The East Alexander Middle School, before they passed those out, went through and they removed the Bible verses from the day planners. I would have never thought I'd seen this type thing happening in my country when I was growing up. And I've got one even more personal for you. This is a Facebook exchange from two of my neighbors. And we live in a really friendly neighborhood. Everybody gets along. We meet for parties together. And these two people have been there. Obviously, they're talking about the politics and all, but one of them wrote, "I wouldn't waste my words on her. She's one of those evangelicals who doesn't care what he's done, part of the cult." Did you ever think by being called an evangelical, you would be called part of a cult? These are personal attacks against us, against people of faith. The Lord said at the end times, this was going to increase. And if we have not seen an increase over the last 5 to 10 years, I don't know what it is. People are going to continue to attack not just Christians, but Catholics and all people of faith. Remember, Jesus said they think they're doing a service. They think we're part of a cult. They think we are the problem. They don't realize that the problem is this country has moved away from the founding principles, from the principles espoused by the founding fathers, that the country was founded on faith in God, on the Judeo-Christian faith. People, we've got to get ready. The Lord is coming back soon. You know, I believe, and this is just my belief, I'm not trying to set a date or anything like that, but I believe in my lifetime, or at least in the lifetime of my children, Jesus will return. And as Christians, we have some things we have to do. One, we have to be ready ourselves. We have to be ready to be watchful for his return. That is the most important thing. If you are not ready for Jesus' return, you need to get ready. Get in your Bible, study. Come to a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. The second big thing we need to do is to tell our friends, our family, our loved ones who are not Christians that the Lord is coming back. We need to use agricultural terms, we need to be sowing, we need to be planting, we need to be watering, and we need to be reaping. Jesus said, the fields are white with harvest. So many people today don't know what's missing in their life. They know that something's right, but they do not know what. We need to be the ones telling them. Love you guys. Please continue to pray for our country. Please continue to pray for those around you. And I ask especially that you will pray for me. Pray that these videos that I'm doing will go out and make a change in people's lives, that they'll understand that we need to be ready. Hope you all have a good week. Love you, and I will talk to you again later.